Hello, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. You can call me Mel, or your favorite reader, or your favorite YouTuber, or just your favorite person. That's fine. Thank you. Okay. And we're here to deliver the latest timeless collective channeled message from the download series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. Where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Where it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts below the video in the description box, also on the website. So we just finished pulling your Alpha and Omega messages. We pull them first, we read them last. They tie a beautiful bow on the entirety of the message that comes through this entire show. So let me get cozy and comfy, and then we're gonna get started. I was guided to use the Spiral Oracle for our first message today, and also as I was getting ready, and they said that the weather was relevant and that I should mention that the morning started off quite overcast, but right before I went live for this message, like the sun started coming out, and so the overcast was giving a, I'm hearing gloomy start, but even confusion. The clouds often symbolize confusion for me, but so I see the confusion clearing. I see that the sun is visible, so the light at the end of the tunnel very much is an energy that I'm seeing in this. Our message from the Spiral Oracle has revealed itself. Let's see what we have. Insight fire. Wow. Wow, look at this image. Beautiful. There's an unfolding, and look at how the energy elevates up and beyond what looks like clouds, right? And then the eyes are up here, so there's like this vision, and then there's the light at the end of the road. There's a road here. It looks like a road, and this where it looks like, honestly, I'm seeing it like a white peacock with its feathers spread. So the peacock is very symbolic in my world, in the sense of the eyes of Horus being on the peacock. The white peacock, very symbolic in the purity and the wholeness, in the, I'm hearing availability of all that is, okay, with the awareness, with the perception. So the perception is very important. And then the sun coming through just before the reading. The sun always speaks to me about personal empowerment and conscious awareness. So I'm definitely seeing that energy today too. Personal empowerment and conscious awareness of whatever was confusing before. I just almost dropped all the cards, but they fell in my lap, so that's okay. Thank you, message, because everything that happens during a live is part of the message. You could have almost dropped all the information, but oh, it fell right in your lap anyway, so it doesn't matter. Somebody else had something fall in their lap, and I'm hearing, and what did you decide and declare that was? Was that a good luck? Was it a message? Was it an indicator of something bad? Well, you might have a different perspective, especially if you saw something bad. Okay, they want me to stop shuffling the Oracle deck that we're going to use today and pull a spread. I thought we were just going to do, you know, one of the regular things that I have memorized, but they want me to pull a specific spread. The title of the spread that is revealed will have something to do with our channel message too. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Thank you for doing all the YouTube things to grow our channel and get our message to more of those whose energy is resonant with you, right? Because you've got to resonate to align, and honey, you are aligned. And here is our spread, and it's the need advice spread. That totally resonates with the whole energy of the confusion that I saw with the clouds, as well as the sun coming out. So now there's awareness and empowering awareness, okay? It also resonates with the Insight Fire card that we have here. insight, inner sight. I love the way this message is already starting through. Welcome, Nuno. So thankful and grateful. So we have a 5-card spread. So let's pull it. You as you are. We're going to start with the practical self-care oracle cards. You as you are. You have special gifts. Never surrender to normal. Yes, this reminds me when I was dating this woman, she said to me, I just want to have a normal conversation with you. I'm like, well, I'm not normal and I don't want to be. So go find you someone normal to talk to because I'm not the one. Right. And so you can totally vibe with that. You understand, like, I don't want to be normal in the world, not the way the world is yet. I'm different. I'm special. I have special gifts. And even if they can't see that, you see that and you understand that about yourself. This is important. Your self-view is important. And each one of us is important. And the ones that don't get that, like, you can't change it for them. Yeah, and the ones that don't get that, it's like you need to clear your energy and speak up about that, okay? It's okay for you to stand up for who and what you are. You do have special gifts. And Spirit is here saying, listen, never surrender to normalcy, baby. Because you were never sent here to be that. You never decided to come. You weren't just sent. Like, you chose to come here to be extraordinary, to be special, to show what you could do with those gifts that you decided to have when you came. Oh, wow. They just showed me something new about the application to come to Earth. Wow. The application to come to Earth was a message that we had channeled through a long time ago. And they showed me an application that, and this is all spiritual because it would happen before you received your physical body, before you were even conceived, it would have happened, right? But it's like not anybody could come to Earth. You had to fill out an application. And on that application was an agreement that you would complete certain tasks to elevate your own consciousness once you forgot everything. And in doing so, you would elevate the consciousness of humanity living on Earth, okay, to assist the growth of humanity and the remembering of who and what they truly are as a whole, okay? And so what they just showed me was, well, let me revert back. I digress back to what the application looked like. So aside from that agreement, there was a long list. I'm seeing pages and pages, right, of line items. And each of those line items had tick-off boxes on the side. Each of those tick-off boxes, it came in 5% increments. It was the way Spirit channeled it through, and they're showing me that again. Each of those line items described a different human experience. Not an easy one, right? A challenging one. Some, it was like false people and lies and deception. Some of those lines got really detailed, though, like domestic violence of this type, that type, or the other type. Some of them, you know, included abandonment by this one or that one or the other one. So this is what the application looked like. Some of it included health issues. Some of it included financial and economic issues. Some of them included intellectual issues that humans face. All the different things that humans face in being human, living on Earth. Okay, we're on there. And so you had to, at some point, select, you know, which percentages you would receive. So here comes the new part that I just downloaded just now. What they said was, in harmony with each of those challenges that you applied to elevate the consciousness of, you would receive special gifts that you would have to remember as you remember self. Those special gifts would be awakened in you in order to assist you in your mission. Because life on Earth is a human mission, and this is Earth School. If you wanted to stay in heaven, you should have kept your ass there. But you, silly self, just like my silly self, we decided, oh, I got this. I can go to Earth. I can elevate. I'll remember who I am. I'll find my power. I'll find my true essence. And here you are. And so now coming out as clarifiers, we have the Four of Wands coming out with the Four of Pentacles. So immediately there is an alignment of energy happening. The alignment of energy, Four of Wands, to Four of Pentacles. So this is actions to physical reality. So somebody here could have come in, and I'm seeing laziness, I'm seeing sloth as one of the things that was ticked off high on somebody's application. to where they would learn how to combat and overcome the energy of laziness and sloth. And boy, I know we all know somebody who just sits like a lump on a log and waits for everything to happen and doesn't have any action to go with it, and then things don't change. You, on the other hand, you did what you had to do. Somebody here became a massage technician. Somebody here became a manicurist like me. Somebody here, you took on a career field that works with your hands. I heard you touch lives by what you do every day. That's turned into stability for you. So they're giving me the alignment of your actions have created stability in your physical life. So what does that mean for you in your day-to-day reality? They said, what that means is what you do, first off, it makes you healthier and you feel really good. Aside from that, you're able to maintain and sustain for yourself. You may not be able to take care of the village yet, but that's okay. You had to take care of yourself. And you're able to do that. Aside from that, it's like somebody here, I see a person who found a path where what you do translate into where you live. Like somebody, this is like a live-in nanny. This is like a living groundskeeper. It's like somebody, and what a specific message. Usually our messages that we deliver are extremely umbrella, where like you can see your story underneath this umbrella language. But this part right here is very specific. Somebody here where you work, where you offer your services turned into your home. Like that came hand in hand. Okay. For all of you watching, your service that you offer, what you do to be a service to the other, to touch someone else's life equals your stability. So I see, I already saw the caretaker and stuff like that, but I'm seeing specifically now they're showing me a social worker. There's somebody who works in some sort of social working environment, whether that's at a school with children or like at a welfare department with just all sorts of people. But you do something, it's called social work. It could be going under that umbrella easily, and that has provided you stability. And so this is where you are. Let's get a couple more clarifiers right off of the top of the deck to go with that. What else do we have with this? We have the Tower and we have the Nine of Swords. In what you do, they're telling me that you come in with an awakening. You come in with an awakening that it's like there was so much fear there, but this awakening, this download, this Tower is coming through as in a download, an epiphany, a sudden spark of awareness, just like the sun came out over the cloudy days. The sudden spark of awareness is wherever there was a fear, wherever that was a fear, that fear was drawing energy very simply and easily is one of the things that it's showing me. So there's something here about a realization like, oh my God, I've always been afraid. I'm hearing to do something. Something about the hands, right? So it's like you've been doing it all together all this time. This person is doing tattoos. This person is doing tattoos. So maybe you're a tattoo artist, right? Somebody's having this realization like, whoa, if I would just use, I'm hearing the magic that flows through my hands in what I do every day. Yeah. This is where, like, let's say you're a professional chef. You're somebody's live-in chef. We have a live-in chef who is going to watch this show. And, you know, you live there. You got your financial stability because of it. But then you realize, like, wow, I know a lot about energy. I could cook some magic and some energy right into these meals. And then, but I don't know if I should. So there's this moment of doubt. But again, with the sun coming out over this cloudy morning that was there, this overcast morning, it's like all of a sudden you have a realization of how there's not something for you to fear there, because whatever way you use your magic is beneficial, I'm hearing. So it's going to come back to you beneficial. You don't have to be afraid of that. So what is it that you do? Put something in the comments. Let me know, what are you doing with your hands where you realize you could pour your magic into it, but there could be some hesitancy. Oh, I don't know if that's right. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'm doing too damn much. Okay. But whatever you do has lent your life a measure of stability. You know, you got your house. You got all your needs met. All your needs are met. Okay. But you have this realization, like, I'm hearing more than meets the eye. Like, you have more ability. You have more power. You have special gifts. But somewhere you had been surrendering to, no, well, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna do their nails. I'm just gonna do this tattoo. I'm just gonna clean this yard up. I'm just going to cook this food. But you have extra abilities, so you could actually create more energy while you're doing the same thing you're doing, and you just add in that spiritual intention to it. Yeah, that spiritual intention to it. And then, it creates from that intention. And then now they're saying you also have this awareness now that what you put out comes back to you. So you're going to cook in and stir in something beautiful into it, right? You're going to massage in or ink in something beautiful into it. I'm hearing, as you get to know the persons that you're working with, and as you can perceive their desire, their need, the place there that they could use the healing, I'm hearing you offer that way. I hear, and it's awesome because you aligned with that person who has that need, right? And then as you have compassion and kindness, and they're saying not ever in disrespect to self, these are people who are respectful to you, then you offer your gift and your talent to them, and then that gift and talent that you offer to them actually has effect in your life as well. The Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the deck right now, and so this is that place where you're about to cross a threshold of what you thought was possible. And it's gonna, on the surface, it will look like nothing in your life has changed. It's all the same. But the seeds planted in the energy of what you're producing, they do grow. They do produce fruit. They see the light. And some of you have already been doing this. They just said, yeah, some of them are already doing this. They've been doing this. They haven't realized what they've been doing. And when they realize what and I hear one of the ways you're going to realize what you've been doing is because the messages are going to come back to you. Like, you'll see these people again, whoever you've been doing this with, and then they're going to tell you, well, guess what had happened? And it's like completely in harmony with the exact thought you were having, the idea you had for this person, the last time you did the service or the other time before that you did the service. Let me see what's at the bottom of the Oracle deck. Obsession. Focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. I heard you've been so scared about doing things right and not messing it up. Doing things right and not messing it up. And I'm hearing, and the only thing you need to take a step back from is getting too caught up in your head about the idea that you might even possibly be able to do it wrong. Oh, package delivery. Okay, that just happened live. A package was delivered. And that package that was delivered is a gift. Okay, so you're receiving the tools. Oh my goodness, thank you. I love the way this is coming through. Oh, they say the gift you're receiving, the ability that you have, it's, some of you, it's barely waking up now. That gift is barely waking up now. You're barely now realizing what you can do. You're barely now realizing what you can do. And so once you begin to realize it could be a little bit weird. Yeah. The first time somebody tells you that what happened in their life was exactly what you said. Like, I see you telling somebody, oh, I know you're worried about this situation at work. Your presentation's going to go amazing. They're going to love you. As a matter of fact, it's going to go better than you thought. And they're probably going to say something like this, right? And you're just talking whatever ideas are flowing through your head. Little did you know when you said it, that's exactly what ends up happening in their life. So they can't wait to come back and tell you about it. And they're like, oh my God, exactly what you said happened. And this is how it was better than I thought. And this is exactly what you said. And this is exactly what they did. And they said exactly what you said is exactly what happened. And you're like, oh, wow. And so you're starting to put it together that you have this ability to create for others, right? Thank you. They're showing me an experience where, let's say there's a mother and a daughter, right? And this mother and their daughter, they're constantly like, oh, I need to help my mom. Oh, I need to help my daughter. Each one is constantly feeling like they have to help the other. Well, although that came with so much love, inadvertently, what they were doing was seeing the other in a needy state. And all of a sudden, one of them realizes it. They have this discussion and they're like, look, we got to see that we both have it. We got to both see that we're good. Because if we do that, like, we'll be projecting that over each other and we have great power over each other. And so then they practice it. And what do you know? Things get better than ever. So it's like, there could be concerns going on. There's always concerns. I mean, if you really want to get into the nitty gritty, there's always a fucking problem we can worry about if we want to. There's always a way to go into the darkness about whatever is going on, right? But in this situation, there's this realization like, I don't have to do that though. And it really works when I project my positive energy and thoughts in this situation. This is like somebody who all of a sudden starts sending all their friends like, just sending you pure positive energy. You're going to have a great day today. And so I hope you have a good day. It's like, you're going to have a great day today. Something magical is happening to you today. This is, this is what it's doing. I'm hearing what it's doing in the consciousness of self and the other is you are sending a signal to the universe like they have everything that they needed. Everything is taken care of in their life. And then the universe hears that, and I'm hearing the love that you have, the appreciation that you have, the gratitude that you have for these ones in your life amplifies that energy and shoots it off over to them, right? And then wherever they have space for the alignment in that, in themselves, it shows up. So maybe they just have a little bit of space for alignment. Maybe they have a lot, but it shows up in their life in a very lived, tangible, physical way. What's up, Kat? I see you, baby. Jason, Jermail. What's up with the 888 energy on the channel? Leveling up. I love this energy. Thank you so much for being here. You're so important to be here. Okay, so who are you? Where are you now? You're in this place of realizing like you have the ability. So, they want me to say this too. Some of us have such difficulty in materializing for ourselves because there's so much resistance in the self. Right? I've tried this before. It didn't work. All these little ideas that float in the back of the head. But the energy you put out comes back to you. So when you're like, oh, they always have all they need to feed their kids. They have all they need to do the fun stuff. They have all they need physically. They got the energy. They have the ability. They have the talents. The right people show up. It's like as you pour that out into somebody else's life, inadvertently, side effect, automatic, universal side effect says, but that comes back to you. And so go back to the mother-daughter. Instead of, I need to help them because they need my help. It's like they have everything they need. And it's a pleasure to offer this too, right? It's not to say you're going to not. In some cases, maybe you won't. But it's like they have everything they need. They're provided for. They always receive. They're so smart. They're so receptive. They're so able to learn. They're so teachable. They're so empowered. Instead of seeing them in this state of, because it's like, boy, we have so much power that if we see them needy, hurt, wanting, lacking, unable, incapable, like we help hold them. It's like we resonate to that part of their own psyche. So we could choose to resonate to that part of their psyche, or we could choose to resonate to that. It might just be a tiny spark of them that has hope, that has empowerment, that has ability, that has knowing, that has empowerment, that has abundance, prosperity, health, whatever it is, right? But you could see that. And they're saying like, yeah, some of you are so good at doing that. Like you didn't realize that that's why you always forget that your friend has that health issue. Because you don't want to hold them in a place of illness. And this is part of your innate gift. What's up, Papa? And so the energy is very much of realizing that you have an impact on people's life by the view you hold them in. So thank you for seeing me as so whatever beautiful way you do, empowered, open, channeling, loving, giving, whatever way you see me, because I see that in you. And that's one of the reasons why I show up here, right? I see you empowered, I see you divine, I see you aware, and I see you receptive, and I see you willing to know more of you, and I see you just fully divine and authentic, right? And so thank you for seeing that in me too. But this is you. You have special gifts. You're not meant to be normal. And that's okay. It's a beautiful way of being. So are you on the correct path? Let's see what comes off the top of the day. Are you on the correct path? This is you are charming. That sounds like absolutely yes. Thank you for appreciating me, because I appreciate you showing up to appreciate what I do on this channel, right? You are charming. What is charming? I'm hearing Prince Charming. Somebody who is able, somebody who is willing, somebody who has ability, somebody who shows up. Givers and takers is with this. This is awesome. And I'm hearing, and we have to be givers and takers. Just as you give the charming, you have to receive the charming. Yes, just as you give the gift, you are to receive the gift. Okay. Have confidence in your charm. A lot of people gravitate towards you because they like you for you. This is you just being authentic in yourself. You came here to do this. You chose certain challenges. Yes, it was hard. Yes, it can still be hard in certain ways. It doesn't remove your ability to be charming and to use your powers. And oftentimes, they're saying, and oftentimes, the challenges that one go through, the distraction of being so empowering, so magical in the life of another, is exactly what you need to elevate above the challenge that you're facing. And the magic you pour in the life of another is exactly the magic you need to pour into your own life. Because remember, yeah, you do it for them, but whatever you did for them, and ultimately you do it for you. Like energetically, there's a reason you do this. Like here we go. Let me touch on, let me hit some buttons. You had a shit ass parent. When I tell you a shit ass parent, you had a shit ass parent for whatever reason, and it's different for all of us. You had a shit ass parent, and I'm gonna touch somebody's buttons real hard. But you know what that did? Oh, it was hard. I know it made you cry. It made you feel so alone. It really made you feel very worthless and incapable. But now you're a parent, and look at the way you parent. Like, you do for your children what you know your shit ass parent should have did for you, right? Like literally, if you don't know anything about my history, like when I was 15, I watched my father burn himself to death. And that was the thing that fucked up my life for a long time. But from that same experience, like it also, because my brain went so crazy because of that situation, and my emotions went out of whack because of that situation, it was also what caused me to really get into what the fuck is going on in my head. It made me what I consider myself to be I know I'm a mind mechanic, baby, because as batshit crazy as I had become, as batshit crazy as my emotionals were, like I had to fix myself, because I wasn't finna go see nobody, psychologist, therapist, psychologist, none of that shit. So I got into around 20 years old, I started realizing myself, and I started figuring out how to fix my own shit. And then that took me down this spiritual journey, and ta-da, here we are. And they use all those experiences to channel it through me. Now, why were you saying all that? Oh, because we said all that to say, during my early years, like I had my daughter very young. I was 16 when I got pregnant. I was 17 when I had her. She's my only child. And so while I was trying to figure out my crazy emotionals, because remember, I didn't really start realizing shit till I was 21. And so here I am trying to raise this child, right? And there were so many times I wanted to just give up on life. I'm like, fuck this. I'm just going to drive us both off of a cliff and fuck this life. You know, I just wanted to give up so many times. I just wanted to die. I didn't want to do it anymore. Okay, but I didn't because I couldn't do to my child what my father did to me. So I chose to live because of her. And I tell her all the time, like, little baby, And she a grown-ass woman right now. She about to be 30 years old in a minute. She got children of her own. She's an amazing mother. But I tell her all the time, like, you saved my life. Having you saved my life because I didn't want to do to you what my dad did to me. And so anywhere where we had these experiences, they were so unpleasant. Those cards are not lined up right. They want me to fix it. So you straighten it up. Anything that was not aligned, once you see it, you become obsessed with it. And until you put your hands on it and fix it and get it in alignment, it's going to bother you. Like literally, I have, y'all don't even know how many cards I have, but don't mind my desk, but I want you to see this. Like, so we have all these cards over here. I have over 200 decks, right? And a lot of you have contributed. And then I have all these, right? And so those ones right there were like not aligned. They were not aligned. It was bothering me. I have so many cards. And so when you find what's not in alignment, and then it's gonna bother you until you put your hands on it and put it in order. And when I'm talking about this alignment, I'm talking about you and yourself. So are you on the correct path? Yeah, you're on this path to being totally charming, because anything that was not aligned in you, we're talking about this mind mechanic ability today. Like, you're clearing your energy, you're speaking up where you need to. It's like you're making these slight adjustments in your energy field that allows you to be what you came here to be what you truly are. I appreciate you too, Stephanie. Thank you. So you are charming. You have these gifts. People are drawn to you. And, maybe you know, or maybe you didn't know. But it's because of those gifts. Even some people that are really like, you're like, oh God, please don't let them come talk to me. Those people also are drawn to you because whatever it is that makes you say, oh my God. And listen, they're showing me somebody who's really stinky, really dirty, and really just disheveled. And the person just wants to say hi, and they walk by. And you're like, oh God, please don't let them talk to me. Hold on, shift your perspective on that. They're like, everything that happens is for a reason. What could you do in that person's life? I'm hearing, and what intention could be set there? And how could you interact with his spirit? Like, you deserve to have alignment in your life too. You deserve cleanliness. You deserve to smell good. You deserve all these things. I'm hearing you deserve so much, but where you're at is going to help you get there. I'm hearing, and where you're at is going to help you get there. Your ability to see it. Your ability to hold space for another, whether you know them or not, or how deeply you know them. People are attracted to you because of your gifts. You are not normal. Whenever they interact with you, whether it's momentary or, for years and years, y'all been knowing each other, there's a reason for everything, okay? So let's clarify this. You are charming, and they're saying to go right off the top of the deck again. And you have, whoa, I love this. We have the Empress and the High Priestess. The Empress and the High Priestess. Absolutely. Wow. The Empress, she births through pain. She is the mother archetype. She is the divine feminine energy. She delivers. She becomes. She creates life, sustains life, nourishes. She has the ability to care for so much and so many. She's prosperous, she's abundant, she's overflowing. And in this, the stars are on her belly, and there's this beautiful sacred spiral design on her. And today we started with the spiral oracle that told us insight fire. Insight. They keep emphasizing this insight. What you see in yourself, you are to spark. Remember I told you they may just have a tiny little spark. Maybe they're not sparked yet. A long time ago, Spirit said to me, what good is it to put the light in a room that's already so bright? Spirit said to me, where it's dark is where they need your light. So that way they can figure out that they have the light too. See, there's a lot of those out there that don't have no fire. They don't have the light. I mean, it's not because they don't have the capacity. We were all created with the same capabilities, probabilities, and possibilities, but some don't know. So some of you have asked yourself, why do I keep having these relationships with people who just don't get it, who just don't, and you're like, are you now, because of this reading, realizing like, oh, it was because you were to spark the fire in them? Are you now realizing it's because you have light and you are there to like help them turn on the lights? I'm looking for you. Okay, the future song coming through. So the high priestess comes out with it. The high priestess comes out with it because of the knowing, because you spiritually know something. So yeah, you get information, you get insights. And this is not anything that's new. In the book of Genesis, in the Bible, for those of you who, and I'm not preaching religion here, but I am relating a story. It talked about how during the breezy part of the day, Adam would walk in the garden and speak with God, you know, with the divine. So here you are, you have this ability. You have spiritual ability to create in this earth. This ability was something that you had to go to hell and back. How many times for? In other words, you had to face the shadow. You went through a lot of hard times to awaken this ability. So necessary. The high priestess is here. She holds information. She holds knowing. She holds energy. You're attractive. The high priestess is also likened to the oracle. The oracle that people come to her for information. Again, people come to you because of an energy you hold. Okay, and they can see this high priestess and empress energy in you. People can see that you are, I'm hearing mother love, that you are wise, that you have spiritual backing and status and awareness. Let me see more with that. We have the Three of Swords, okay, coming out with the King of Wands. They're like, I don't know what to do. There's a heartbreak there. There's a hurt. There's some truth that has not yet been realized. There's something difficulty there that they don't see. And it's like you have the ability. And King of Wands, for some of you, this is literally a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius person, okay? For others of you, this is about an action that they could take. Yeah. They might not like the answer, but it's exactly what they needed to hear. Yeah, they're showing me a person who has certain health issues, right? They're showing me a person whose body is telling them, like, dude, you need to stop drinking alcohol and soda and coffee and all that shit because their body is reacting, right? So they might, in this experience that they're showing me, they reach out to you. And, you know, you're like, oh, hey, how you doing? And this is what they tell you. Oh, I went to the doctor. My liver's failing. My kidneys are failing. And you're like, bro, you need to flush with water. You need water in your life. I know you like to drink, but you need to leave that soda alone, stop drinking alcohol, and cut off the coffee for a while. Like, if you would just flush your system with water, I'm sure those results would improve. You're not drinking enough water. And they're like, well, I can't do that. And then at that point, it's like, okay. So you'll speak to their spirit and you'll say, you don't know what you can do until you try. But, you know, you might tell them, well, I don't know what else to tell you, bro. Have fun at the doctor's. But you'll speak to their spirit and you'll say, you don't know what you could do until you try. The situation has gotten this hard, so you can see what you could do. When you're ready, you'll try. Okay? So let's see. Our next position is, what is the main obstacle? Because there's advice that's needed. So whether this is directly for you or another, let's see. Just be. Just be. What's the main obstacle? Just be. Just like the person that's drinking all these chemical beverages, filling their body with chemicals, right? Water is what the body is made of mostly. And they just need to be natural. Your obstacle, oh, yeah. I heard you need to just stop trying to fit in and be normal, be accepted as normal. You are never normal. Once you accept that and you just allow yourself to be who you are, and then they're going to do what they're going to do with it anyways. I heard then you'll find that you've done what you came to do. Just be. It says, allow yourself to be. You do not have to prove a damn thing. Confidence will flow into you when you are divinely you. And I know this is who you are. And I know this is what you have the ability to do. And to whatever level you're doing it, that's great. Keep doing it. Keep doing it again and again and again and again. And how many more ways can you do it today? How much more percentage can you just be? And it's interesting that I don't know why they're pointing out the sacred heart ring. Somebody here, you have a sacred heart ring. Here's confirmation for you. They said you don't need so much confirmation. You need to just be. I'm hearing you accept yourself. So self-acceptance is necessary in order to just be. Why did they take this picture and her nail polish is a mess, knowing that I was going to read these cards and see it? Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, because you notice everything that's off, where the adjustments are. So one of your gifts is the ability to see the details that others don't see. I can't even show you this on the camera because it's so small, but I can see it. Like she's got polish on her cuticles, and they use this to make the deck. Lord of mercy. And you know what? I heard that's okay because you can see it in yourself, in the others. That's why you make the adjustment. You put everything back in alignment where it's supposed to go. Okay. Let me see what else with this just be. We have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is super intelligent. And she's looking for the facts and just the facts. What are the facts? The facts are this, that, and the other. Okay, I recognize that. I honor that. What are the facts that this one is telling, and what are the facts that they're not telling? Because somewhere somebody is not telling. And look at that. Attention to detail. Oh, okay. Attention to detail. And then what? Slight adjustment. Slight adjustment. You can see the facts. You can see the detail. You catch the detail. You clean up that slight adjustment. And okay, there we go. So you have that ability, right? It's innate. It's part of what you came here to be. And your life, all these challenges you went through, gave you that ability. So this is like, oh man, I used to so be a wrong side of the road person, so much. But by being that and realizing where I was, it helped me to develop. Like, dude, I decide what the road is. There is no wrong side for me. It all works out for me. And things change. So you have this ability to detect. I'm hearing detective. See how this one studies, right? They study. You have this ability to detect and to study what is going on. Not only in yourself, because heal or heal thyself. Yeah, heal or heal thyself. Just like that same person who they've been ingesting so much chemicals, they have to go to the doctor now. It's like heal or heal thyself. All you got to do is drink some water and add some positivity into your mental mix and you'll be good, right? Heal or heal thyself. You have become the one who is so aware because you I heard a long, hard look at yourself. I heard, so at the same time, you don't sugarcoat. Queen of Swords does not sugarcoat. She's going to tell it like it is, like it or not. These are the facts. Again, she's very much like a lawyer or a judge. She's very concerned about the facts. This is what I see. This is what I know. This is what I've learned. And this is the way it is. Okay, but you had to see that in yourself in order to be that. And especially in order to be that for anyone else, okay? Let's see what else. 3 of Pentacles. And that's what works. This is what works. And this is one of the reasons that people want to come to you. So here you are trying to be normal. Oh, I got to say things politically correct. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. They didn't come to you for that. They literally came so you could tell them about themselves. They literally came so you could detect. They literally came to you so you could tell them what they didn't already know. Even if you only speak in it to their spirit, or whether you're speaking to their ears and their brain. Because different situations call for different things, right? So they come to you because you have a level of expertise. Having become in Empress energy required you to see your own shit, make your own adjustments, and you got so skilled at it that you can't not see it anywhere, right? Just like me, I look at the card and I see the nails got, the cuticles got polish on them. Oh, Lord have mercy. That was such an easy thing to clean up before they took this picture, but they took this picture and put it on a card anyway. And I'm like, oh no, they won't leave my shop like that, right? You became that kind of detail-oriented expert in being able to deduce what's really going on in yourself. And somebody says, oh no, Melinda, I'm not quite there. That's okay. This is where you're headed. And that's why it came out for you in the main obstacle position. For others of you, this energy is here because, yeah, you can figure out your own shit and you can be really hard on yourself. I'm hearing you could be the harshest ruler on yourself. But the thing of it is, you have a hard time when you see it in others. And the thing of it is, part of why you saw it in yourself was so that you'd be able to detect it in others, because this is part of how you came to elevate conscious awareness for humans, for our fellow brothers and sisters of humanity who we love so much. We're so thankful and grateful that you're here. So listening to what others have to say is a big deal. And then being willing to, I'm hearing, declare what you have deduced without trying to, I'm hearing baby them, coddle them. They're just showing me, like, you know, you get a baby and you pat them on the back and you hold them up and you rock them and you do all this stuff because they're babies. These are not babies. We're talking about grown people and adults. We're talking about grown people and adults who need to hear the truth. They need to know what you know. So again, sometimes it will be wiser to speak it to their ears and their brain, and other times it'll be wiser to speak it to their spirit. You'll know what to do. They're saying you'll know what to do because you have this insight, your inner sight, and you just can't act like you didn't see that, right? You just can't act like you didn't see that. It's like, yeah, if you're a chef and you go to a restaurant and you just notice this plate is plated horribly, or, oh, they should have put this there, they didn't season that enough. Like, you can't help but notice. Once you're the expert, you cannot help but notice, right? Let's see some more with this just be. We have the Hanged One. There's that other perspective that is needed. Somebody needs a new perspective. Somebody has been sacrificing their energy. Somebody has been putting themselves in the last position. Somebody has been giving themselves to something that is really just eating them up. I'm hearing somebody just can't see something about themselves, and you have the ability to see it. Like, you have the ability to see something about a person. It's like you accidentally heard somebody singing and you were like, oh my God, you have an amazing voice. And they're like, oh no, I don't. But you planted a seed when you told them about their amazing voice, right? Let me see what else. With the Seven of Swords, yeah, because they've been lying to themselves about something. Somebody has been lying to themselves about something. You could see it. You're like, oh, I see exactly what this is. Look at, okay, so here's my reference material. This is why I know what I know. This is the reference material. You could deduce and detect when somebody has lied to themselves about something. That lie that they're doing is keeping them in this position that they can't move forward from. They can't move forward from. So what do? You see the truth. You don't sugarcoat it and you tell. Okay. And I do see another experience unfolding in this, but I'm going to stick to this one for now. We're going to follow this through. Then we'll go back and retell the other story as Spirit still has it on deck. Okay. So let me see. What do we have that is helping in this situation? Sleep and rest. Okay. Sleep and rest is helping. Let your body have the peace it deserves without feeling guilty. So one of the things that happens is you find a greater sense of peace when you do this, when you speak to the person's spirit, when you tell them the truth. When you go home and you let somebody say something in front of you and you can see the truth and you didn't offer those words or you didn't offer that to their spirit, it kind of lingers with you. You're like, I should have said this. Maybe I should have said this. Maybe they would have listened if I said this. And it like lingers with you. Okay. At the other side of the table, there's this, I did it spiritually. I did what I came to do. No one can tell me I didn't. I'm satisfied. Whatever they do with it, that's up to them. It's just like when I get on here. I make these readings, I record, I go live, I do the YouTube, I do the TikTok, I do this. It's up to y'all if you want to watch it, if you want to let it have some sort of effect, if it plants a seed or if it doesn't. That has nothing to do with me. I showed up, I did what I said I was going to do. I did what my heart needed to do, what my soul needed to do, what my spirit came here to do. And I can sleep in peace. And, you know, that's a big thing for you. What helps is you get peace. You get peace when you're honest. You get peace when you honor your boundaries. You get peace when you know whether you should speak to their ears and their mind or their spirit, but you handle that business either way. It needs to come through. Let me see more about this because you don't feel guilty. King of Cups, it comes from love. No matter which way they take it, it comes from love. What else? The Two of Wands. And again, this is like, you could have did either way with it. You can, and this is giving me, will you speak to their brain and their ears or will you speak to their spirit? It doesn't matter which way you do it. It matters that you do it. So they're now cutting me off saying, yeah, some of them have ones who are loved ones at a distance and they have been holding these ones in this place of incapability or lack or limitation or what have you. Okay, but they can speak to the person's spirit. And they're starting to figure that out, right? Like, there's other possibilities for you. You know, there's other ways to do this, okay? There's other ways you could do this, and, you know, you'll discover you have everything that you need. You'll discover that you have the ability. You'll discover that you can do what you thought you couldn't do instead of just telling me you can't do it. Like, why don't you play with the idea that what if you could? And that's exactly why this is happening, okay? And this is exactly why this is happening. Let me see more. The Six of Pentacles. Because you get what you put out. The Six of Pentacles is getting what you put out. This person is getting what they put out. Let me see more. With the Two of Pentacles, and that's about to change. Okay, so whoever you're speaking to, I see this person, you know, any change that comes out is through the realization, like what they put out is what they're getting back. So again, whether you're speaking to their spirit or you're speaking to their brain, you're speaking the message out. And you leave space for the change to happen. You leave space for the change to happen. Now, the other thing they're saying to you is what you put out, you get back. So as you see the greatness, you see the divinity, you see the beauty in the other, whatever that way that is, the empowerment, the authenticity, the ability, the capability in the other, that also comes back to you. So how beautiful this works. I'm like, it's a whole, this was a setup for real. This was a setup for real. Because a lot of people that you've interacted with, I'm seeing like, oh, they come in with such an ugly presentation. They present and it's just, God don't like ugly. And it's just ugly. And here you are. Now you got to throw some love at it. How do I throw some love at the, oh, well, that's where the love is needed. The love is needed where there's only ugly. Like, who else can do it if you can't do it? Figure it out. How can you throw some love at this ugly situation? And the funny part of it is every time you throw love at the other situation, you throw love at yourself. And then look, you find something else that needs adjusting. And so you go in and you make the adjustment and boom, it creates change. It creates an energetic shift, not only for them, but also for you. So how to progress in this is our fifth position. And it says denial. What? Denial. Why is denial here? Denial to accept the situation, unhealthy cycles or addictions. Address whatever they're in denial of. Again, to their spirit or to their brain. Whichever way makes sense. Whichever way your soul calls you to do. Because there's things that people have not allowed themselves to realize. Like they didn't realize that because they were always used as a tool since they were a child and violated in so many ways, they now gravitate towards all of these relationships where they're used as a tool because that's what they were trained to do. Like they didn't realize like their only worth was ever what they contribute financially. And so now they treat themselves that same way because they realized that since way back then because that's what they were taught. And they don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. They can't see it. They have a hard time seeing it. They don't realize that they keep choosing that abusive, neglectful, disrespectful partner or friendship or family relationship because that's what they were taught as a child, but nobody's ever told them and they need to hear it, right? They never heard that, oh, you can do this. You deserve love too. Like, you're a nice person. You deserve to be treated well. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be loved for who and what you are. And here you come, and that's what you're there to do. Again, to their ears and their brain, or to their spirit, whichever way they're more receptive to, right? And the reason why is because what you put out comes back to you. So it's like every time you do this with another person, it's self-affirming. This isn't about being a fixer-upper, right? This isn't about being their fixer-upper or you fixing them up. This is about what you do to them comes back to you. So as you, because these truths are universal. Just like you're capable, abundant, prosperous, beautiful, appreciated, important, and valuable, like so are they. So that part of you that knows that and speaking it to the other affirms it to the self. You reaffirm it to yourself. But these ones that show up in denial, of it, like you speak it to them. And so anywhere I'm hearing, anywhere where you don't even know that energy lingers in the self, every time you speak it to another person's ears or their spirit, you clear it, is what I'm hearing. Every time you speak it to another person's ears or spirit, you clear it in yourself. So what a good reason to go around doing this stuff, right? While you're having your normal everyday interactions. Like you still sitting at the same desk at work for those 8 hours every day with your hour lunch break in the middle. And you still doing the same thing, but now you add in this speaking to their spirit thing. Because, work, you can't speak to their ears and their brain all the time. Maybe little ways you can here and there, but for the most part, what you see in them, like you see this person every day, and this person, they feel so timid, and this person is very sheltered and closed into themselves. They very much box themselves in. And every day you start speaking to this person's, how they can be themselves beautifully, because they actually are a very beautiful person. They're very smart. They're very intelligent, and they're very well respected. But this person, they don't lift their head up. They kind of cower. They have this very cowering attitude, very timid, very shy. And it's like, ooh, I see you stepping into your power. And every day I see you stepping into your power. And little by little, you see, some of you are going to be around. Okay, that's a whole message, because in most cases, you're not going to see that shit blossom. You won't in most cases. But in this specific case, you're going to see that blossom because you're around this person every day. Just like the mom and daughter that are like, you got it, you got it, you got it. I know you got this, instead of, I need to help you. I need to help you. You need me. I need to help you. If I don't help you, you won't have it. Right? So instead of that, and they were seeing a lot of lack and limitation when they were doing that. But now the mother and the daughter, they're speaking, you got it, you get it, you got it, you get it. I see you, you got this, you get this. Everything works out for you. And since they're speaking that over each other, what do you know? They start seeing more of that. This is real life experience for someone here. Yeah. Okay, so how to progress with that? We had denial, and it came out with the 3 wands, which is the best is yet to come. Tips are coming in. Good things work out. You've done all you had to do. Now let the universe step in and follow through. Especially as it applies to external things. The 3 of Wands is a point where it's like, it's celebrating what you've done, because up until now, there's no other steps to take. It's like once you made that decision and you spoke to either their spirit or their brain, there's nothing else for you to do. Hands off. Perfect. Perfect. And then after that, you already know that the next step after that is that seed takes root, that energy takes root, because the energy is real. The intention is real. Why not offer up some beautiful energy and intention in the life of one who you care for, or maybe just one who comes into your experience in some way, one who you can see that in where they can't see their own greatness. I heard in the 5 of Wands. Okay. Interesting. 5 of Wands. Yeah. Thank you. So anywhere where this person has been in denial of the good things to come, life is really hard. They have the battles, but you know that thank you. You know that in the struggle, their greatness is born. You know that the wound is where the light enters. You know that struggle builds character. And you know that you, from all the struggle you went through, you got more character than Disney and Cartoon Network combined, baby. And so you know that whatever they're going through, good things are to come from that. And so you speak to that part of them. Because it's not like you can, this is not saying, hey, yeah, go rescue them from their problems. No, it's saying speak to the part of them that overcomes their problem. Speak to the part of them that overcomes their problem. Yeah, speak to the greatness in them. Speak to the greatness in them. Because some people don't know, right? And I mean, it's so easy. You could add to the shit in the world if you just walk around and, oh my God, what a terrible attitude. Oh my God, blah, 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 you know. And boy, if I wasn't that person before, you know, calling everybody out on their shit all the time and really focusing in on it. But if you could see the hurt that caused them to show up in such a crappy way, you can speak to the truth underneath that hurt and birth something new there in the energy field, right? In the energy field. In there, it's like you feed the seed, baby. You feed the seed, you water the seed. Maybe you didn't plant it. Maybe you did. I don't know. Maybe you're the one that's going to harvest it. Maybe you'll be the one that gets to sit there and watch this person have this whole realization and epiphany. Some of you will be, right? I heard it takes a village. It takes all the humanity coming together in one way or another. Every asshole you ever had and every asshole they ever had was a perfect asshole to show them their own. And every angel they ever had and every angel you ever had was a perfect angel to show you your own. It's all necessary. You know, if all we had was light, we wouldn't know about dark. And if all we had was dark, we wouldn't know about light. It's the contrast of what we know and what we don't know. And as we learn it, as we become aware of more, that allows us to become aware of more, to realize what else there is. Okay, let's go some more. What else do we have? The sun. The sun will come out as soon as you do move through the confusion. As soon as you see your way through the confusion. Again, they're showing me the cloud came out after a whole overcast morning as I was getting ready to do the live. Okay, 333 on the time right now. So there's this sun coming out. So what is the sun? Conscious awareness. So some of you, again, you're going to speak to their ears and they're going to get it. They're going to find empowerment. They're going to become aware. Others of you are going to speak to their soul and the universe is going to orchestrate how that grows. But they're going to get it. They're going to step into their empowerment. They're going to step into their awareness. The sun comes out. Happiness, it returns. Joy returns. Empowerment returns. I can ability returns. You have this effect. You have this ability. I got this energy. Leo energy as well. We also had some Taurus, Libra energy. We had some Virgo energy. I see those. Some of you are having this, some of you are having this experience with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, Aries. So we have almost, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But we have so many zodiac signs on the table. Let me see one more clarifier with this denial, the 10 of Swords, how to progress. And again, with the tattoo artist. So we started earlier with the tattoo artist, and now we're ending again with the tattoo artist. The first tattoo artist was a henna tattoo artist. The final tattoo artist is creating a true tattoo. Interesting. So this lets me know, like, you can see the design. This is reminding me. So some of y'all also don't know that one of my hobbies is tattooing. So one of my clients got a henna tattoo. I did that for her. And then like a month later, we did the real tattoo. So it's like, there's this energy of trying it out and figuring out like, yeah, this is real. I really can do this. And 10 of Swords is that's the final answer. Is that your final answer? Yes, that's a final answer. Most 10 of Swords has that person who's laying on the ground dead with 10 swords in their back. So the 10 of Swords, a lot of readers will only see betrayal in it. But the way I see it is swords. So there's this question, which looks like it has life in your experience as a person, right? But with the 10th sword, it's like no more questioning that. that experience, that idea has no more life in your life anymore. It's not an entity in your life anymore. It's not a driving force in your life anymore. It's not up for consideration or discussion anymore. Why? Because you see that it works. You see better come to the challenges and the problems that are there. You see awareness being created. Some of them you don't see it. Some of them you do see it. Some of them you get the beginning of it. And some of it you just see it spiritually. But you're like, I have to keep doing this. These are my facts. I have a gift. I have ability. And people could be like, I don't know what it is about you, but I'm so drawn to you. Because again, you got that charisma. You got that attraction. You got that charm that draws them in, right? Yeah, and they're like, I don't know why I'm so drawn to. And you know what it is. Because when they come around you, you have this ability to speak to their soul. You see the greatness in them. You speak to the greatness in them, right? And some of you, like, you're doing this with people you don't even have physical contact with, which is truly awesome. And what would happen if all of us here, whoever watched this video on all time, space, and dimension, decided to just offer all that to all humanity? How could we affect humanity if we just offered all that to all humanity, all that deep knowing? As I'm sitting here picking at the bottom of my nails where there's nothing there, but I just feels like I'm picking at the bottom of my nails, and I'm like, why? They're saying so that you could clean out the gunk. If all the tribe connectedly offered this elevated energy just from wherever you're at, you don't have to go nowhere. You could do this from your living room, from your car, from your job, from wherever the fuck you're sitting, from your bed. It doesn't matter. Just offer that energy of, you got this. I know you're going through something right now. I know it's not easy, but you overcome this. You have everything that you need inside of you. People have overcome challenges like this before, and you will too. And I see you finding the solutions, and I see you finding the answers, and I see you aligning, and I see you finding balance, and I see you balancing, and I see you becoming more than you ever thought you could be, and I see you doing things that you never thought you could do, and I see you having this beautiful life and experience, okay, and flowing that energy to all humanity, to all Gaia, to all our planet and all our universe. And whoa, what would that energy do? Well, we can find out. What does that energy do? How does that energy already, it's done, it's already done. How does that play? Okay, so now they want me to tell this experience on another level. It could sound very different because they want me to talk romantic connection. And I did recall, so it's time to do it. Romantic experience. This is like starting a whole nother reading. I have no idea how long we're going to be live because of it. First off, in regards to romantic experience, you saw something inside of yourself. It lit a fire in you. It's the dominant energy. Someone was obsessed with you. They were watching. I see a person was obsessed with you, or you are obsessed with someone and what they do and how they do. Okay, but the way it's coming through, I'm not even gonna lie. Somebody, why are you so obsessed with me? Somebody was obsessed with you, okay? And the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, you were like, oh, never mind. I'm out of here. You turn. And then somebody was like, baby, come back. Don't you know I need you, girl? There is something, and I just can't live without you. And they're obsessed. Yeah, and you was like, why are you so obsessed with me? Boy, I want to know. Because they were stressing you, and you're like, I can't do this. So let me see you as you are in regards to romantic relationships. You're not normal. Okay? You got special gifts. You got a whole reason you're here. Okay. So what does that have to do with this? Well, Four of Wands. Somebody came in. They wanted to put their design on you. Somebody wanted to put their design on you. Somebody wanted you to do your art for them. They wanted you to touch their life because you have this ability. You have gifts. You have talents. They wanted you to touch their life. So here they come. Let's get it started. Okay, let's get it started. And then what? Then we had the Four of Pentacles. Some of you moved in with this person. This person, however they came in, they kept staying. They just kept staying. They just kept staying. They just kept staying. They were always around. They're on your phone 4 times a day. They were in your life. Y'all moved in. Y'all had a relationship, okay? And it seemed like it might be stable. but it had everything to do with them wanting your ability, your design. They wanted to put their design on you. They wanted your design on them, something like that is definitely what happened. And then what else? The Tower. Oh, snap. Oh, so there's this moment where you realize, you're now realizing like, oh boy, somebody you're realizing like this person, oh, they had a strong intention. They really want to hold on to me, but there's something that doesn't feel right about it. And now you're like triggered, fear, worries, concerns. Okay. So this is where you're at. You're realizing, okay, somebody here, what you're realizing is this person, they just needed a place to stay and somebody to take care of them. And that's got you freaked out. Yeah, you see that. So are you on the correct path? Well, you are charming. You can't help but be what you are. Are you on your correct path? Well, they're evidence that if nothing else, you're very charming. You have a very enticing energy. Let me see. Are you on your correct path? Well, you're honoring your value and your worth. Somebody's freaking out because you've realized like they tried to start something and it was about putting their design on you or you putting your design on them. In other words, tapping into your energy and getting some of what you got. Getting some of your good stuff. Baby, you got a lot of good stuff. They wanted some of that. Of course you got a lot of good stuff because you're the Empress. You know your value and your worth, okay? And they're like, they thought they was gonna marry you. They thought they were really gonna make you theirs. And you're like, oh no. All of a sudden, so somebody here, I got a runaway bride. We got a runaway bride. Somebody here, you thought you was even gonna marry them. They could have engaged with you, like I said. Maybe they even bought the house. Y'all could, they're like, I'm keeping them. But you're having this realization and it's causing this anxiety in you that's like, no, You are charming. You are valuable, Empress, but you're also very spiritual as well. This is part of what they're trying to hold on to you because it's like you're the good luck charm. You're the good luck charm and they don't know how it's going to hit. They just know you're going to bring good luck to their life. Money looks better. The food is great. The sex is great. You're so sexy. You're so beautiful. Serendipitous, magical things seem to happen because you're around the Three of Swords. But, you ran away. Look at you. You broke somebody's heart. They're so heartbroken. Now what do? I have to start this design all over again on somebody else. But nobody else has that energy as a tribe. The collective here got that power, baby. And, oh, is this about a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius? And they want to protest. And they want to, so now they talking about how hurt they are. They're thinking about how hurt they are. I'm also getting that their plans to get in between you and your prosperity, your abundance, your creative abilities, talents, or whatever, get your design on them, get some of your design, learn from you, take from you, whatever that was. You still got it, baby. You the star of the show. You still got it. They did not have no success because you took the appropriate action. So what's the main obstacle here that's coming up? The main obstacle is just baby, you just need to be with yourself, and that's okay. Be okay with you. Be okay with you. You're divinely guided in this, okay? That's the only thing. The obstacle was you're so authentically you that this person and their machinations and their plans and their spells or whatever the fuck they thought they were doing, it didn't work. So this is in regards to interpersonal relationship, we're talking again about a person where they wanted, they could not have, they could not have because, again, you could see the truth. You could deduce what was really going on. You honor your limits and your boundaries. You cut something off. You let it be known. You didn't sugarcoat nothing. You told the truth just as it is. And then Three of Pentacles, the truth that you saw was, oh no, you just want me for my work connections. Oh no, you just want to tag along. And then you got a whole third party situation going on. You over there, you got a whole, so whatever the third party was, for some of you, the third party was, I heard spiritual ambivalence. What the fuck does ambivalence mean? Let me look that word up real quick. It's been a while since it made me go on a dictionary research, but and some of you already know. Don't laugh at me. I've heard it and it sounds like not good, but ambivalence, having mixed feelings or contradictory ideas about something or someone. So spiritual ambivalence. This person is contradictory to your energy. And so some of them, like low key, like you work with source energy and they are attached to an entity. Low key, like they're in this relationship with you, but they got this whole flirtation on the side, or they got their side piece that they've been having forever. Okay, so it's contradictory to your just being. It doesn't match who and what you are. Okay, the Hanged One. If you were to go for this would be giving up your energy, giving up who you are, giving up your value, giving it up. Got to give it up. The fuck, you gotta give it up to nothing. Okay, you let that go. You cut that off. Why? Because they are lying, and you could see it. There's a lie, a whole deception, a whole plan in place. Like I said, somebody, they had the whole side piece on the side with the whole plan in place. You cut that off, and you're just like, forget this. This is not in alignment with my being. Maybe you didn't even know that that was what was really going on. You just knew that there was, again, something off in this. I don't know what it is, but there's just some reason why I got to run away. I'm not marrying this one. I'm the runaway bride. Fuck that. Okay. What's helping? Sleep and rest, baby. Now you got peace. You ain't worried about nothing no more. It feels better since you removed this situation, since you removed this person from your life, since you removed this person from your energy. You can sleep at peace and ease. You wake up with peace and ease. You don't feel bad about it anywhere where you were feeling bad about it. This is your notification, honey. You don't have nothing to feel bad about. Let me see more with that. The King of Cups. You came with your love intact. Your emotional mastery let you know that it was time to make a decision and a choice to change your life. Because when you weren't sleeping well, when you weren't well rested, something was bothering you, whether you could pinpoint it or not, whether you knew there was deception, third parties, and lies or not, it was just bothering your soul, and now it's not anymore. And wow, you have space in your life to get what you deserve. You have space in your life to get what you deserve, okay? And you're making changes. You're finding balance. You're creating changes, and you're connected to all that you are and all that you be. And, you know, you understand that everybody gets what they deserve at the end of the day. And you understand that karma comes back around. So whatever they thought they got away with you, it's about to come smack them upside the head, multiplies by at least 10, because that's what karma do. Yeah, it's going to smack them upside the head, at least multiplied by 10, because that's what karma does every time. And so you also know in that, because it's not like you're like so excited about that, but you know that you get what you deserve. As you acted in alignment with your soul, with your spirit, what your spirit was telling you, even if you didn't get the details of it, you acted in alignment, and you know that that energy comes back to you. And so ultimately, at the end of the day, like, you feel better. You overall just feel better. So how to progress? Denial. Do not accept that shit back. Because you did what you ought to, they gonna want you back. And they showed you a blueprint. They showed you an outline. They showed you a sketch, a design. Now, when you see that sketch, that design, or that outline show up again, you're gonna know to say no, and make sure you do to progress. Okay, show me some more. The Three of Wands. The best is yet to come. Good things coming your way. You did all you had to do. Now just let the energy sit. What else? The Five of Wands. There's going to be a lot of people that want to get in that space. And because you had to do this once, don't think it's one and done. Not in energy, not in spirituality, and not in life. If you had to say no to, I don't want to use those words, but they said a bastard no-show, okay? So this is somebody, some of you, this person has severe abandonment issues because they were adopted. Others of you, this is somebody that's never feel wanted, right? And they still don't show up when they get the chance with somebody who actually wants them and doesn't want to leave them, but wants to stay with them. They still didn't show up. So you're going to have others that fit that pattern. Because once you say no to it, you're going to have to solidify your no. You're going to have to show yourself that you really learned the lesson, that you've really moved on. And how else can you do that but to lift the same weight again? I can lift that weight, no problem. That's what you say. And the Sun. And this makes you very happy. And it elevates you. Look at how this child is being elevated. Look at you being elevated into the new position. Like you are the divine child of the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. And then they put my love on top, baby. That's what happens. You get elevated is you put your love on top. You know your value and your worth. Life looks better. You just get elevated. And then the 10 of Swords. And that's the end of that story. You will move through. Some of you will have 5 more experiences with 5 other people. They all don't fucking qualify. They all look like that energy. It could have the same name. I remember one girl I broke up with years ago. And every girl I met after her had the same name. They might have spelled it different, used a different version of the nickname, whatever. But everybody had the same name. And that's what they're showing me. You're going to have to, again, remember, you're going to have to remember that this is filling up the yes jars with all those no's. So we're going back into that again. Filling up the yes jar with all those no's. So remember your insight fire. There's something here that's happening in your life in a connection where you're to move through it. It's to lend some more wisdom to you and you're to keep going. So with all that being said and done, we're going to do your Alpha and Omega messages, and then they do want me to pull you a yes or no answer to your personal question. Okay. You have gifts, and how do you know what to do with your gifts? It's a calling on your soul. It's a gotta take a dump urge. You just do it. It's like when it's divinely designed, it calls to you. Just like nothing can stop you from running to the bathroom when you gotta take a dump. Nothing will stop you. It's going to call to you. Even if you get scared of it at first, it will call to you again. It will call to your spirit, and you just won't feel right until you do. Okay? Let me see what I have for you. They want me to do the Alpha and Omega first. Okay. And then your yes or no. So the Ace of Action. This cherub is heralding a time of wonderful new opportunities related to your creativity, your career, or pursuing your dreams. This is a card of action, and you've been procrastinating. It's time to really get busy. It's also a great time to start a new business. Have confidence in your abilities. And when they say start a new business, for some of you, I heard this. Start minding your own business, okay? And get about your business. And the new business could be the way you're using your awareness to speak to the ears or the soul, the spirit of another. Use your gifts. Take that action, okay? It benefits you, ultimately. Dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken for you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune into the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you, even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But, more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not in arriving at any destination. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? Love and joy, baby. Love and joy, tenacity and faith. Yes. All right. So with those Alpha and Omega messages, let's get into your yes or no answer to your personal question. If you've been watching this, if you just skipped to the end to see if there was one, yeah, it might not work well for you. That depends on your energy. But if you've been watching this reading, absolutely this is going to work for you one time. And whichever way you deduce to ask your yes or no question is perfectly in line with your perfect answer. We'll do this one time. It's going to work for all of you. So we're looking for one card to flip out. There we go. And let's find out. Is it yes or no? Yes. The 7th card is a yes. Yes, yes, yes is your answer today. The 7th card is a yes. I love it. That's what I have for you. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through. Call love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you could treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks.